Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Clinical Shares. Today we are going to discuss Adams dataset in the OCCDS datasets in Adam. Okay, let's begin. So earlier we have discussed right in Adams there is a three types of datasets will be there. One is ADSL dataset domains, and the second one is OCCDS dataset domains, and third one will be BDS dataset domains. Okay, so already we have completed ADSL dataset domains, how to derive. So what are the core variables and the predecessor variables and derived variables. So that what are the variables, how to derive, we have already discussed in ADSL. So and the second one is OCCDS data sets. So OCCDS means occurrence data structure. Occurrence data structure. So in this OCCDS, it will come and all events and interventions domains, it will come in under OCCDS. So whatever interventions and events domains will be there, right? That all domain will derived in this domain like ADAE, ADCM, ADMH, and ADX. So this all it will come under OCCDS dataset domains. Okay, so here coming to ADAE, ADAE from AE domains, adverse event domains in Adams, how will create, will discuss. Okay, so in ADE domain, it is a combination of ADSL plus AE domains. Okay, so whatever ADSL domains variables will be there, right? Or that all variables it will come in ADE also. So for that, how we are going to derive? So we have to write the code like data ADA set Adam dot ADSL. So whatever variables required as per study requirement and specification requirement, we have to keep the that required variables we have to run. So whatever ADSL domains will be there, right? That all variables it will come in under ADAE. So here ADAE main we need to we should know, right, what are the core variables and producer variables, derived variables. Core variables nothing but ADSL domain variables. So whatever ADSL variables is there, that all will be come under core variables. Producer variables nothing but, so whatever AE in SGTM level, what are the variables will be there in AE, that all variables also it will come in ADAE, that we will call producer variables. So other than core variable and producer variables, derived variables will be there. These derived variables, standard variables will be there, and study specification variables. Standard variables like analysis time and date format in numeric format and study day in Adams level. Like that way, some standard variables will be there. Some more study specific variables also it will come in under derived variables. We'll see what are the core variables and producer variables and derived variables in next slide. So here this all under it will come under core variables from ADSL domain variables. Okay. So these variables all will derived from SGTM AE domain. So these variables are producer variables. So for we need to derive for variables, we have to write code in this way. Data ADAE to set SGTM dot AE. So earlier we have derived from Adam dot ADSL. So that all core variables. These are producer variables. So in producer variables, similar to whatever SDT level we have derived, right? That same variables it will come on under producer variables in ADAE. So now already we have derived from ADSL domain from Adam and core variables and AE variables from SDT level. So we have completed core variables we have derived and producer variables we have derived. So some other derived variables and specific variables how we'll derive we'll discuss in next slide. So here in every domain there will be like some standard variables will be there, right? So that what and all will be there. So here you can see adverse event start date and time in character format. So for the in that we are going to derive some standard variables like AE start date and time in numeric format and AE study day in Adam level. So in Adam level, we are going to derive study day based on treatment start date and adverse event start date in numeric format. So these are the standard variables. Okay. So in the same way, AE and DC also we are going to derive study day in Adam level and as well as AE duration. If SDTM level we are not going to derive in duration. So in Adam level we are going to derive based on AE NDT and AE started in numeric format. Okay, in this way we are going to derive. These are the standard variable derivation. Okay. So here some study specified variables. So here you see AE phase. AE phase is the one of the study specified variable. How we are going to derive here we'll discuss. So in case if adverse event start date less than a treatment start date, then AE phase equal to pre-treatment. If treatment start date less than or equal to adverse event start date less than or equal to treatment end date, then AE phase treatment. If adverse event started greater than treatment ended, then AE pace equal to follow-up. Here AE pace is a variable as per study specified. Okay. So here you can see some flags also we have derived like PRFL pre-treatment flag, FUFL follow-up flag, TRTML treatment emergency flag. Here we have derived three flags. So based on AE pace variable. So if AE pace pre-treatment, then flag will be Y or else missing. If A pace follow up, then FVPL flag equal to Y. Then treatment emergent flag. If A pace treatment, then treatment emergent flag equal to Y. In this way also we can derive the these flags and some variables. These are the study specified variables as per study requirement. This may vary from study to study. So here main important is treatment emergent flag. So actually meaning of treatment emergent flag, if the subject got any adverse event during treatment, the treatment emergent flag will be Y. So this case maybe it will be vary in based on different conditions and based on study requirement. Okay. So here A tox grade we are derived from A tox grade from A variable and that number and all and duration. Duration we are going to always derive based on end date minus start date from adverse event. Okay. So here ADCM it's come from intervention domain, right? So that CM domain also where will derive based on study requirement. It's like ADCM. So even in ADCM also core variables like core variables nothing from ADSL. So that will be derived based on Adam data. The code will be like in this way: data ADCM set Adam dot ADSL. So whatever study requirement variable required, that variable we are going to keep. So here also same that core variables from ADSL, producer variable from CM. Since it's a ADCM, the producer variables from CM domain from HDTM. So then derived variables like some study date, time, numeric format, or and study specification. If study specification any variable, new variables that and all will carry out as per specification. So we'll discuss one by one. So here we can see some producer variables from CM domain, from HDTM CM domain. We have derived. Okay. Then based on producer variable, we are going to derive some standard variables like start date in numeric format and start date, time and numeric and character format. Like that, the standard variables. In the same way for ENDT also, we are going to derive numeric format and date and time. In the same way, time also we are going to derive from the start date and end date. These are the standard variables. So some case we need to derive some variables from subdomain. So ADCM containing subdomain, right? So subCM. So we have to write code in this way. So first we have to get the variables like So we have to transpose that variables by using proc transpose. So proc transpose data sdtm dot sub cm out equal to adcm. So by unique subject ID, here we need to keep ID var also, since the CM containing sequence number, right? So that sequence number we are going to allocate it in SDTM level for ID var. So we have to start transfer the by using ID var as well. So ID nothing but qnum. So which variable we are going to do that that variable, then var equal to var it come ql, then run. Once you run, that code become, that output become in this way. So subject id root this way. So then again we are going to merge with the main domain. Okay, so this is the code for if we need to derive in adcm level subdomain variables. First we need to transfer the variables based on requirement, then we need to merge with the main domain. Okay, so here are the some of the study specified variables. It like ATCN, ATC1, CD, ATC2, ATC2. These are the some dictionary derived correlates variables we have kept in sub subcm like supplementary domain, right? So for that also earlier we have discussed, right? So first we need the get it the all variables by using frac transport method. Then we have to start the proper way. Then we have to merge with the main domain. Okay, so these are the some dictionary derived based on study requirement we are going to derive. Okay, thank you.